I don't really know how to start this off here. Like, I feel like I owe you guys a bit of an apology. I definitely haven't been doing a good job of keeping people up to date on this one. It was really hard for me to talk about at the time, even after the fact. You know, like, I made this video, guys, doing exactly what I'm gonna do here today, 2 weeks after it had happened, and I was just a mess, eh? I got it, I filmed it, and I edited it all up, and I had it uploaded on YouTube there to post, and, you know, give you guys the update or whatever, but it's just a little bit too much for me. It's kind of out of my comfort zone, eh? The guy was really quite visibly upset about my old dog there. It's been at least a month now, at least, and I just feel like I can get on here on the camera and talk to you about this without being a mess. So I apologize, guys, for not keeping you updated and stuff. It was just so hard to talk about, you know. Friends, it's been a long time. It was just me and the dog up here at camp, you know, like, would have been pretty damn lonely without my good buddy Cougar, you know, like, yeah, we're so isolated here, and it, especially like through COVID time, you know, I didn't really see anybody at all. It was just me and the dog, huh? And, you know, I was pretty grateful to have him all the time, you know, keep me company, and a good buddy up here in the bush. He's been up here with me, you know, the whole time, you know, every day, pretty well, I guess, except for this winter when it was just snowed out and couldn't bring him in, eh? So, and it, like, yeah, it was even getting used to that was such a big thing. Like, every time I come down the stairs and see the chairs empty, you know, it was, you know, you expect him to be there all the time, eh? So, you guys remember a few videos ago here already. It was in the spring. I'd first brought him back into camp, and boy was he happy to be back. But you guys will remember what I said there. You know, he had developed that kind of condition, and it had come on over a long period of time, this lazy larynx deal. And it's kind of a psychological thing is what it is. And he was really breathing heavy, eh? Like, you could really hear him huffing and puffing, and it was no good. Now, when I had kind of said, you know, it wasn't anything too terrible to worry about, you know, that he would be okay. It really started to progress really right after I said that he was going to be fine, actually. Like, it really was, it had been a gradual process. It was really starting to get bad, eh? So we had him to the vet right away, and got him checked out about this heavy breathing quite a while before that. And there was a surgery we could do on that to fix it, you know, to tie it up or whatever have you. So we were in the process of thinking about that, you know, and he really just kind of started to go downhill bad on us, eh? Then he kind of went off his food, which is not like my dog at all, you know, like, he loved to eat. Any lab, you know, just loved to eat, but he started to go off his food, wouldn't eat his dog food, and, you know, was losing weight, and that was no good at all. So then when he was in that tough shape, you know, not eating good and stuff, we kind of sped up the process and took him to the vet to see, had an appointment to see if he was the opinion on doing the surgery or the referral or whatever have you, eh? And by the time his appointment had come up, he'd dropped quite a bit of weight, and there was more to it. Like, it's a psychological condition too, in a way, eh? Like he was having trouble breathing, but the eating and the movement of his back legs there, like, it was a psychological thing. Because it's not just the breathing, like, and the larynx that's a problem. It's a psychological condition as well. So they just didn't think it was a good surgery for him, especially in the condition he was in. They said it would be best just to keep his quality of life high. The problem with this thing, like with his breathing not being that great, was, you know, the heat started to bother him here at camp. You know, like in this cabin, when it heats up, like a day like today, it's like plus 25 probably. Like it's a real hot day, and my cabin heats right up, and it's hot outside. Like you can't escape the heat, eh? Like you just can't. And that really started to be a problem for my dog, eh? Because he was having trouble breathing that well. So, and even like if I wanted to throw him in the truck, you know, like I've got no AC in that truck. If I had to go get groceries quick or stop in somewhere, you know, couldn't leave him in the truck too hot. Couldn't leave him in the box too hot. So for a while there, when he wasn't feeling good, he actually was staying with my mom, because there he could have the AC. You know, we kept him inside, and he could do a lot better where it was cooler in the house, and he wouldn't eat his dog food, eh? Like he just wouldn't. So we had him on quite a diet there. He would still eat ground beef and cooked prepared food. So, you know, his quality of life, you know, so he was eating real good there on his last while there, guys. Like he really did. So he was really eating good there, and we tried to take the best care of him we could. You know, like, you know, I was out of here pretty often. You know, go see him and doing other things. You know, but like see him all the time. My boy Cougar, you know, but he never really suffered, eh, guys. You know, even though he was you know, he was going, and he wasn't feeling as great. Like he never really suffered, guys. Like he was, you know, surrounded by me and my family. Like he's our two dogs there, they're brothers. They've been a big part of our family. Like it's just me and my mom and my sister, eh? And you know, they've been a big part of the family. So, you know, he's always around mom and my sister too, you know, who really like the old guy there. And you know, he was just happy too. Like he was losing weight, but still you'd walk in the door and he'd come up to see you. Just happy dog, eh? Like didn't really suffer, and we tried to do all that we could for him, you know. Like if they had given us the recommendation to do the surgery, we would have, you know. That's just how it was. We tried to do everything we could for him, you know. And he had his good last days, you know. We took good care of him, and he's just loved dog, you know, his whole life, man. It was a sad thing to see him go downhill, but yeah, he kept his spirit high. So it really has been tough, and it's been tough here for a while. You know, I've been missing the guy. It's been like probably 5-6 weeks since this has happened, and I had a hell of a time talking about it. Like I thought I was fine, you know, 2.5 weeks or whatever it was after it passed away, you know, that I could come on the camera and talk about it, but I was a mess. I'm just feeling okay now. So thanks for bearing with me. But you know, my old dog, he was a good old boy, you know, had lots of good times with him. I loved having him up here. It was a big part of our family, like I said. Like he'd been, you know, my dog since I was just little, like 9 or 8, you know. Like he's been around here a long time. He was 12 years old, and he died at home, eh? Like he didn't suffer. He didn't. And you know, surrounded by people he loved, you know, and loved him, you know. I was happy he died at home, actually. And it's been tough, man, but I remember him well, you know. Like just a damn good dog, good friend of mine, you know. And we loved him, we really did. It's been kind of a tough prick around here, you know, just real fucking sad. But I buried him here, and that gave me a lot of peace, you know. It was kind of a peaceful thing. I'll show you. You know, every day I get up every morning at camp, and I come downstairs, and he's sitting in his chair, and you see him every morning, and it's quite a good start to the morning, you know. The dog is so happy. He's just tails a wagging. He's so happy to see you. Like, how can you start the day off like that and be pissed off? You just can't. So I knew I was gonna bury him here. I really like where I buried him, actually. I put him in the bank here. You can still see him in the morning. You know, it's quiet and tucked away back there, but you still kind of see the old guy. I quite like it. I buried him in the bank here, and let's see, I got him here and I made this cross for him, and did some wood burning. There's some special words on there. It says Cougar, my boy. You know, that's a real son of a bitch, lose a dog. Fuck, never happened to me before. It's the first time, you know. Like I said, Cougar's been around here so long. And yeah, a guy thought he was tough, eh? Like I thought I was. Yeah, I think you're tough, eh? Jesus, what a wreck. Yeah, you find out real quick. Yeah, it's been a son of a gun, guys, and I apologize for not being that. And I apologize for not keeping you guys up to date too good. It's been tough, and I don't know, it's just out of my comfort zone to be all emotional and shit on the camera. I thought I could do it, but I couldn't. So that's the reason it took so long. But it's too fucking bad. But you know, good dog, had a good life, died peacefully, like where I buried him. So there's positives too. You know, he was 12. You know, he did pretty good, and you know, it's yeah. What else can I say? Thanks for watching, guys.